This is Drknative here with another video for Magic the Gathering Arena. Today I'm just doing some deck testing, filling around. I decided to do a high alert deck. It's nothing new, nothing super special. I just wanted to see what I can kind of finagle. Right now this is sort of a skeleton bare bones build. I eventually hope to do some more to make it at least somewhat competitively winning. But for now, this seems to be okay. It's your standard Arcadis with high alert, a bunch of walls, except I kind of went the counterspell route, the counterspell draw route. So I have a playset of Sinister Sabotage with a couple Chemist's Insights and Gross Spiles to sort of keep draws going. With those two in Arcades, I hope to just keep staying fueled while I keep playing lands, and hopefully high alert comes early to do some really wide swings. So I'm gonna go take it into just regular play, best of ones, and see what I get. I have played with it a little bit, kind of tested it here and there, but there's nothing really special. But I think it'd be fun to play and enjoy, and I hope to bring more and more decks that it's not the meta in the mainstream, and that it's still fun to play, and you know it's a good chance that you could win them. So with this hand, yeah, why not? Keep it. I can either play right into a defense or Gross Spider try to speed up my land drop. Let's see what they play first. Probably go Gary. So Wild Wolf Rockers, J-Light Rangers, destroy everything effects. So let's get some more land out. And we'll do both. So hopefully, if he doesn't destroy these or have anything like a Assassin's Trophy, I can hopefully essentially drop high alert and get in if he blocks this 7, which would be kind of a, oh my god, 3 land. What can he cast at 4 mana? You can play a Midnight Reaper, Saprolings. Let's go with that. Put a lot of pressure on him. Next turn, I'm probably just gonna let this 3 come in, not play anything, and then attack, and then Sinister Sabotage whatever he has, because at that point he'll be at 5 land. That's essentially Vivian. Vivian will get rid of this, and Vivian's not, I don't want that to happen. But I can play this and still counter. Let's do that. That's fine. So this will keep him off Vivian. Because that's really my biggest concern, because the Vivian's -3 can destroy enchantments. Actually, yeah, let's get rid of that. I don't want land. I need more creatures. That'll do it. Let's see, let him come into play against the Scry. Oh, yes. And I'm going to leave that open so at the end of his turn, I can Chemist Insight and draw 2 cards. So yeah, at the end of his turn, I'm going to Chemist, draw that land and another card, and then draw my turn card. So I should be pretty stocked for the next turn. 4 lands, still no Vivian. That's good. It's gonna create 2. Just trying to buy him some time. Nice. So he's on 5 mana next turn. So I'm going to swing with both. He's got to block at least 1, or that's lethal. Play that. And then this way I can counter Vivian. That's my biggest concern, is Vivian. Or that. That is not what I want to see either. Don't need another high alert. And that will be game. Actually worked out pretty well. This one game against, it's like Sultai. I think it's Sultai, yeah. Green black Sultai. Let's see what else is going on. So we're fine with this. We'll keep this. How you doing, PR Beast? Appreciate that, PR Beast. Thanks for the ad. Let's see. So my goal here. Alright, looks like we're about to get mana screwed. So let's oh, what am I doing? Huh, I can't read mana symbols. Let's go big for right now. I need some green mana. What's going on? We are don't need that right now. Yeah, we need some green land. Need some green land like right now. What is this? Green white. Selesnya? Hey, there's our green land. Nice. There's the win. So for being bare bones, it's actually doing pretty well. But I still do not recommend you playing this competitively. This would get annihilated by mono red and Esper control. Like, do not take this to competitive. I do not recommend this at all. But it's fun to play. We'll do one more game. And then I guess I will do one more game, and I'll do like a deck breakdown of what I have so far. So, 2 Arcadius, we got a 4, we got a 1. Scry with 1, hopefully we get another land. A little risky, no way to draw yet. Go big or home, right? Let's keep it. Do I want to shock this end for Wall of Runes? I mean, I don't have to. I have a blue. Yeah, let's do that. And there's our fourth. We will keep it. So those of you that are just joining us, doing a high alert deck, doing my little take on it, trying to see what I can do to make this at least a little bit more competitive than just what I have. But right now I'm just testing my bare bones version. And we looks like we're getting mana flooded now. So we'll play that. Taps. Black white. What is that? Orzhov? Yeah, he's looking to gain a lot of life. So we need to start swinging in like the monsters that we are. So hopefully he doesn't Venomous Marshal. So we need to go bigger than him, and we need to go wider than him. Nice. And the fact that this has vigilance is super key on this, so that now I can swing in with both, and he can only defend against one, and then I still have two left to defend anything he swings back with. So, you know, he's going to try to double block to get the kill. So I'm going to destroy the Anthem guy, just so that he doesn't keep pumping up his stuff. Kill him first. So I have 5, 6. Yeah, we'll do that. Tap. That is 4 for 4. So we'll play every time I play Defender card, he allows me to draw a card. He's gonna let me scry first. We don't want any more land right now. We want more. There we go. We want more walls. We want to make sure he the pain is coming. So now I have lethal on the board. It's actually a really fun deck. I like that concept of just it's no damage possible whatsoever with your zeros, 4, 0, 5, and then all of a sudden they're hitting for the defense. So I go from hitting no damage to hitting 15 damage or 12 damage in a turn, and it's just instant. You have to have an answer. Just like our opponent's trying to gain some life, buy some time. Alright, so I want to leave 3 mana open so he doesn't play anything else, so I need at least 2 blue. So I have 3 mana to spin. So I'm going to spin this. Oh, it's another one. Okay. And I'm just going to go all in. And that's what makes this deck so strong, is it's no damage. You can't do any damage until you get Arcadis or High Alert. And this is what makes him so strong. He's flying, which means he has good evasion against anything on the ground. He can only be blocked by flying. And he has vigilance, which means he does not tap when I attack with him. Being that he doesn't tap, I can attack with him and defend, and there's our win. It's a very straightforward deck, but stuff like uh, Esper Control that has a lot of counter spells, destroy target creatures, just eats us up because we don't really have a response to that. The only thing I have in here to respond to that is Sinister Sabotage. It's really my only counter to that, so you'd have to hold on to those. But as far as the deck's concerned, your key is Arcadis, the Strategist. It's a 3/5 that costs 1 colorless with a green, a white, and a blue with flying and vigilance. Whenever a creature with Defender enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. Each creature you control with Defender assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power and can attack as though it didn't have Defender. So pretty much any card you have that has Defender can now attack as though it didn't have Defender, and it assigns damage using its defense rather than its attack, or in this case its toughness rather than its power. High Alert. Each creature you control assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. I want to stress that out, that on High Alert it says each creature you control, while Arcadis says each creature you control with Defender. So even creatures that aren't Defender that you might decide to put in this deck will do damage with their toughness rather than their power. So if you decide to pick a monster or a creature that's a 2/7, it's going to do 7 damage rather than its 2. But if you don't have High Alert, you can still attack with it for 2. So it gives you a little bit more versatility in the deck, which I've been considering doing because there's a couple of the creatures I think I might want to play in here. So I'm not just waiting in the early game to just get High Alert or Arcades. But once you have these two, this is our center. You obviously need high defense creatures to do the damage. So we have Amaranth Wall, 0/6, so that essentially makes it a 6/6 for 4. And then the reason I chose this is it's a little higher on our curve because we try not to go above 4. But you can pay 2 mana and it becomes indestructible. So in the later games, when your stuff's constantly getting hit for destroy this, this kind of helps with the Sultai decks and the decks that go heavy removal, because they go, destroy target, and then it just until the turn pay 2, and now it's indestructible. So now it's a 6/6 that's really hard to remove. They'd have to exile it or do something else with it. Along with Sinister Sabotage to counter any spells. That's really just to make sure that the walls stick to the board. We run a full playset because outside of paying our 2 mana for the wall here to gain indestructibility, we really don't have any way to deal with with Esper Control. Teferi is still a thing. So, and then we have new Teferi. So we have tiny Teferi into Teferi, and that's just disgusting. It's so disgusting. But we also have Wall of Mist. This is just essentially a 5/5 for 2. You can't go wrong with that. A 4/4 for 2. This I like because it has reach. So a lot of early like mono white that has a Spirit and Falcons, or excuse me, Aspirant and Falcons. There's those 1 and 2 drops. It's just instant, flying. Well, Aspirant once they hit the City's Blessing, but the Falcons, that's instant flying. That like now it's a 1/1, but it's a constant 1/1 that you have to deal with because it's in the air and there's no other way to really deal with it unless you have some way to target it. So with this, you can drop it, and then he could still swing in and get 1 life off of every hit, but you won't take any hits. So that at least keeps your life up.
I'm gonna get my spinach for today.
Okay. So with Wall of Ruins, it allows me to scry to sort of like shift through my deck early game. So 1 minute drop, boom, I already got a 4/4 or a 0/4 that can hit as a 4/4 and then let me scry to see what's coming. That way I can shift my deck the way I need it to be. This is just sort of to try to help stop early aggression with a 2/3. Most things can't hit into a 2/3 at 1 and 2 drop. They're like 1/2s or 2/1s or maybe even 3/1s, but they swing it in and it's going to get lost. So this is to help buy some early game time. And that's pretty much how the deck runs. The Growth Spirals and the Chemist Insights are just to try to continue that fuel. The Growth Spirals, Chemist Insights to hopefully get to a High Alert, or more preferably an Arcades, because once Arcades hits the field, any wall that's played draws me a card. I do feel the wall count is a little low. I mean, we're running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different types of walls, so 5 sets. Maybe I can go slightly creature, maybe drop Rose Spiral slightly to add a couple more walls to guarantee we keep getting those in there. But if I drop those, I'm also considering maybe putting just higher defense characters that can just attack, so that it keeps my opponent busy, makes them have to answer for that while I'm searching for what I really want to play. But that's it. That's my deck tech for my high alert. I'll probably revisit this sometime and uh, do some changes, see if I can make it at least slightly more competitive, because this definitely needs some work. But it's a good foundation. It's a good start. So I'll get back on it another time. I'll have to start making a schedule to more officiate when I'll actually do my streams. Being in the military, it's a little difficult, but that's it for my deck tech. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and follow me on Twitch, and then I have a YouTube. Check me out on YouTube, and then I hope you guys enjoyed your day.